It's reported on Boxing Scene that Eddie Hearn is trying to make a Juan Manuel Marquez versus Kell Brook fight for Brook's return from injury. Um, Eddie Hearn has said that he's got March the 7th booked at Sheffield Arena, but they potentially need to look at getting a bigger venue for Brook versus Marquez. Obviously, if this were to go through, it's a very, very big fight. Hard to say at this point whether um, Hearn is just trying to hype up his fighter, maybe trying to put pressure on the Amir Khan fight, or whether that this is a genuine intention to make this fight. I guess from Manuel Marquez's perspective, he doesn't look like he's imminently going to fight Pacquiao or Mayweather, who are the other belt holders in the division. So if he does want to, get the opportunity to win a, new weight division belt, etc., he's probably going to have to go down the Kell Brook fight. The question for me is realistically, the stage he's at his career now, pound for pound, Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. Does he need the money? Does he have the motivation in his 40s to travel to England to fight Kell Brook? For me that seems like a long shot. I struggle to see it, and I wonder whether this is just a response to Amir Khan saying that he's taken Devon Alexander because he thinks it's a harder fight than Kell Brook and he wants to fight the best. For what it's worth, I don't agree with those comments from Khan because, surely Amir Khan should fight the guy with the belt. So I don't really understand why he seems to be moving away from the Kell Brook fight and towards other opponents. But that's a side issue. And I do think that Khan versus Devon Alexander fight's a really good one. It's just if I was Khan, I'd be more inclined to fight Brook. But Brook Marquez, it potentially makes sense in the sense that Marquez isn't going to fight Floyd, isn't going to fight Manny, and he wants a belt. Is it going to make sense that he's going to come to the UK? It's a bit of a risky defence for Brook as well. He's going in against such an experienced boxer. This is a very different challenge to a Sean Porter. This is sort of real experienced ring savvy vet as opposed to just a youngster with plenty of energy who sort of tries to maul you. It's going to be complete opposite ends of the spectrum, and I'd possibly like to see Brook in with a softer opposition on his return from his horrific injury. So we'll see. Possibly there's been decline from Manuel Marquez. Possibly Tim Bradley showed that he was beatable using movement, using a jab, using distance, and Kell Brook certainly has those facets to his game as well. So it's not a fight that I don't think, it's not a fight I'm saying Kell Brook would lose, but it's a difficult fight and it throws up his chances of a future Amir Khan fight, big money Floyd Mayweather fight. So it's difficult. I wonder if this is more a situation of, Eddie Hearn trying to raise Brook's profile and bring Brook's name back into the limelight after all the Amir Khan, Devon Alexander stuff. And I know Khan's been particularly rude about Brook, saying he's taken Alexander because he sees it as, the more genuine threat, the more difficult fight. I think, for me, that's a tiny bit disingenuous, because I don't think Khan honestly believes that, because the Brook fight would be for a world title, for a lot more money, and in front of a lot more fans. So I still hope that if Khan comes through the Alexander test, they could look to set up a fight maybe in March, April for, for Kell Brook Khan. I guess the big question there is, will Khan wait again for the, Floyd Mayweather match? Will he want to see who Floyd's fighting first before committing to fight Kell Brook? And, will Kell want to fight first? And dates just won't line up. But anyway, I wanted to report that. Kell Brook versus Juan Manuel Marquez. How do you see it? Who do you see that winning that fight? Do you think it's realistic, or is it just Eddie Hearn blowing smoke? Do you think this is to counteract the Amir Khan, Devon Alexander chat that's been going around? And do you see Khan Brook or Khan Mayweather as at all realistic for the first half of 2015? Thanks very much for watching.